media in a position to give the public factual information and also disseminate that information to the public. Will the George Odlum Stadium be demolished? Will the beaches still have public access? There are lots of questions in terms of some of the things that have arisen so far that are clearly answered based on information received from the government, and Invest St. Lucia is a factual document which you can go and correct some of the misconceptions and untruths that are out there.
What do you expect from them? I mean, they would not want to see the government
succeed.
Unfortunately, that is a fact. But I think, we're really at a juncture right now where we all need to be for St. Lucia, and we all need to want our country to succeed. Despite the fact that you want to win in the next election, I think it's important for you to understand the damage you can do. Even when you come, let's say you do come, you can do a lot of damage by what you're saying right now. So we need to be careful in our pursuits, that we don't damage the image of our country. And I think all of us as St. Lucians, no matter who we support, should understand that we should try as much as possible not to do damage to the image of our country and to how we are perceived regionally, internationally, and in the eyes of investors. What is really unfair, I think, is when politicians or former government ministers who very well know, everything that's tied up in decreasing crime, and they come out and they use the crime statistics or somebody getting killed and hold it up against the government.
Has Kenny Anthony made St. Lucia safer? He didn't, but we will. He didn't, but I will.
There was concern about the mangroves, and we did remove the mangroves from the first agreement, and the second agreement does not involve the mangrove. There's a lot of misinformation in the press release, especially as it concerns the proposed use of land, especially in regard to the beaches. I mean, all St. Lucian beaches are public beaches. The proposal for View Fort is a park, so we're not going to have hotels directly on the beach. Firstly, let me say how disappointed the government of St. Lucia is that such an irresponsible statement has been issued by Raise Your Voice St. Lucia. We wish to state categorically that the program in question has not been terminated or discontinued by the government of St. Lucia. As responsible members of society, we all need to be more concerned about the type of information we spread in our narrow pursuits, because this type of false information has implications for the Ministry of Health, persons with children with disabilities and special needs children, and how we are perceived regionally and internationally.
Lawlessness starts from the top. Folks, last week I spoke of, and of course expressed, regret at government's failure to extend Dr. Bird's contract. I showed a letter which I will show again tonight, but tonight for different reasons. I showed a letter last week which essentially indicated or substantiated that Dr. Bird's contract was not renewed. Dr. Bird had been contracted as Director of Child and Adolescent Health. In addition, she performed very, very important roles of community pediatrician, going to every health district in this country. Since June 30th, the date that the government decided to sever ties with Dr. Bird, there has been no such service in any health district in this country. Neither has there been any explanation to the patients and nurses of the various districts as to why. And I'm saying so without fear of any kind of contradiction. Neither the nurses nor the patients can say that they were informed of anything by the government with regards to how this much needed program will be moved forward. Pursuant to that, and when Catherine Sillies of Rise St. Lucia, or Raise Your Voice, I can't remember which one exactly it is, but a concerned group, they quite rightly demanded an explanation from the government, and they indicated that those special needs children, autistic and otherwise, have to be assessed before school reopens. You know, well, Nicole McDonald, and you know, quite frankly, Nicole McDonald now walks around like she has a mop in her hand to clean up the mess, every mess that the government makes. And I feel sorry for her. You know, I feel sorry for her. Because Nicole is not doing a very good job at it.
If Ms. Seals and Raise Your Voice have questions about the program, they could have clarified this very simply by contacting officials from the Ministry of Health. This is woefully irresponsible, and it shows that we are continuing to play politics with issues that we should all care about as St. Lucians. We wish to reiterate that the program has not been terminated or discontinued. In fact, the program is being expanded in terms of the services it provides. This is a Ministry of Health program, and its continuation does not depend solely on one individual. The ministry is currently working on a new consultant in specialist child clinics. The government remains committed to child development programs such as these. And as we review such programs, we will continue to make changes that strengthen our health system